Afternoon students, now we shall discuss about Gamo's explanation of beta decay. So first we discuss Fermi theory of beta decay. In 1934, Fermi used the Pauli's neutrino hypothesis to formulate a systematic theory for beta decay. So according to Pauli's hypothesis, neutron converted into proton, then electron and neutrino emitted. So that is a beta minus decay. So in beta minus decay, so proton is bound to the nucleus, so electron and neutrino are emitted from the nucleus. So here in beta plus decay, proton converted into neutron, then electron, I'm so sorry, positron and antineutrino are released from the nucleus. So neutron is bound to the nucleus. The main points of Fermi theory are the electron and the neutrino are created by the transformation of a neutron into a proton in the nucleus or vice versa. So neutron converted into proton, then electron is released and neutron also released. Here, so proton converted into neutron, so positron and antineutrino are released. The energy remains conserved in beta decay. The available energy is shared between electron and neutrino. And the neutrino has a rest mass 0 or very small as compared to that of electron. Due to large mass product nucleus does not receive kinetic energy. So in beta decay process, a large mass product nucleus created which does not receive the kinetic energy. So electron neutrino field is weak in compared to short range strong interaction that exists between the nucleons bound in the nucleus. The process of beta decay is similar to the emission of electromagnetic radiation by an atom. So with the electron neutrino field acting in place of electromagnetic field. Now Gamo's explanation of beta decay. So for the transition, I'm so sorry, for the beta transitions to occur, certain definite transition rules between initial and final states of nucleus, these are called selection rules or transition rules. Fermi proposed the following transition rules called Fermi transition rules or Fermi selection rules, which represented by F selection rules. So those are, so if electron and neutrino are emitted with their spins anti-parallel, so the change in nuclear spin, so delta I must be 0, that is delta I is equal to 0. So that is, so spin, these two pins are anti-parallel. So upward spin that value is plus 1 by 2, downward spin that value is minus 1 by 2. Therefore delta I is equal to 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2, that equal to 0. So the change in spin is 0. So that is in singlet state. If electron and neutrino are emitted with their spins parallel, so triplet state, the change in the change in nuclear spin may be plus 1 0 or minus 1. So that is delta I is equal to 1 0 minus 1. According to Gamow and Teller, the selection rules to be followed in case of beta decay are: the parity of nucleus remains unchanged, that is delta P is equal to 0. And the second one, the angular momentum of the nucleus changes by 1 or remains the same, so delta I is equal to plus or minus 1 or 0. So example for Gamow Teller transition is here, that is a 0 1 transition, 0 to 0 1 transition, 0 to 1 transition. So helium 6, that gives lithium 6 plus electron plus particle, antineutrino particle. Here delta P is equal to 0, here change in moment of 0, so here delta I is equal to 1, so are satisfied. So this decay process allows the Gamow Teller transition. So but which is forbidden the Fermi transition rules. So Fermi transition rules allow the 1-1 transition. So Fermi transition, some decays are allowed the Fermi transition, and which are forbidden the Gamow-Teller transition. So thank you. Now see the answer from starting to ending. So in triplet, here the two spins are parallel. So anti-parallel. I'm so sorry, parallel. So here downward direction parallel, here anti-parallel. In this case -1, 1, so 0. Thank you students. Now see the answer from starting to ending. Please subscribe my channel.